Why do bad things happen to good people like you? Think about it. That kind, honest, hardworking friend, or maybe even you, who gives their best every day, who tries to live with integrity and love, yet life still knocks them down. Moments that feel cruel, moments that make you wonder if the universe is out to get you. Well, here's a truth most people don't want to hear. Life doesn't play favorites. It doesn't check your heart or reward your effort. It doesn't care if you're good, kind, or hardworking. And at first, that feels harsh. It can make you angry. It can make you want to give up. Thorfinn was just a boy who loved his father more than anything, who dreamed of adventure, of honor, of a world that made sense. But life didn't make sense. He watched his father die right before his eyes. Was that fair? His father was honorable, a man of integrity, a true warrior. Yet the world didn't pause for justice. It didn't stop for grief. It just kept moving, indifferent and relentless. And then, in the harshest of places, in the dirt and chains of slavery, something inside him began to shift. The real enemy wasn't out there. It was inside him. His anger, his illusions, his need for vengeance. The chains weren't on his wrists, they were in his mind. When he finally let go, when he stopped asking, he discovered a strength greater than any sword, a strength that came not from fighting others, but from reclaiming himself, from rising above rage and pain. That's where true power begins. It was only later, in the harshest of places, in the dirt, in slavery, in silence, that something began to shift. There, Thorfinn faced not the world, but himself. He saw clearly that the real enemy wasn't out there. Not Askeladd, not Canute, not fate. The real enemy was within. His anger, his illusions, his desperate need for vengeance. The chains weren't on his wrists, they were in his mind. And that is where most of us remain trapped. Not by the cruelty of others, but by the prisons we've built for ourselves. Resentment, fear, bitterness, and expectations. We believe life should be fair. But fairness is a human concept. The universe is not moral. It is not just or unjust. It is only cause and effect. This is why good people suffer. Because life does not hand out blessings for kindness or protection for innocence. Like the soil, it doesn't ask if you deserve a harvest. It only grows what you plant. If your mind is chaos, life will mirror it. But if your mind is disciplined, resilient, and clear, then life will reflect that back. Thorfinn's breaking point wasn't in a battle. It wasn't when he took a life. It wasn't when he screamed into the night sky. It was when he realized vengeance had stolen his life. He had become the very thing he truly hated, violent, empty, and blind. And in that collapse, he found clarity. When he released the illusion that the world owed him justice, he discovered a strength greater than any sword. The strength to endure. The strength to choose peace over rage. The strength to rebuild, not destroy. That's where true power begins. Life works the same way for us. You can be kind and still feel stuck if your inner state remains untended. Meanwhile, someone who's bold and decisive may flourish, even if their choices seem selfish. The difference is not morality, it is the mind. Your mind is the seed. Your thoughts are the water and sunlight. What you cultivate within blooms without. The real question is, what belief has been holding you back? What anger have you carried that chained you more than your enemies ever could? Let it go. Plant confidence, clarity, resilience, and watch what grows. Thorfinn's awakening wasn't the end of suffering. It was the end of illusion. He understood that power was never in vengeance. It was in self-mastery. He didn't stop fighting because he was weak. He stopped because he finally became strong. And that is the Stoic path. Not control over the world, but control over yourself. So why do bad things happen to good people? Because the universe is impartial. Because life is not a judge, but a mirror. It doesn't care who you are. It reflects what you cultivate inside. Your mind is the seed. The universe is impartial. What you cultivate within blooms without. If the universe does not care who you are, then the real question is, who will you choose to become?